Today on Rappler. A powerful tornado hits an Oklahoma City suburb, killing at least 51, 20 of them children. The Philippines protests the presence of 30 Chinese fishing vessels, including 3 government ships, in waters off Palawan. And Cheese Escudero replaces Senator Trillanes as the country's poorest senator, while Manny Villar remains the richest. Hello, I'm Maria Ressa. Welcome to Rappler, your social news network. A powerful tornado sweeps through an Oklahoma City suburb Tuesday in Manila, destroying blocks of homes, 2 schools, and killing at least 51 people, 20 of them children. Rescue workers search through the collapsed remains of Plaza Towers Elementary School in Moore, where 7 children are found dead. CNN reports at least 145 people are hospitalized. Oklahoma State Medical Examiner says it expects about 40 more bodies from the disaster. Local broadcaster KFOR captures scenes of widespread destruction after the 3-kilometer-wide tornado plowed through densely packed suburbs. The National Weather Service gave the tornado a preliminary rating of EF4, indicating it packed winds of 267 to 322 kilometers per hour, more severe than a Category 5 hurricane. U.S. President Barack Obama declares a major disaster in Oklahoma and orders federal aid to supplement local recovery efforts. Oklahoma City lies inside what's called Tornado Alley, stretching from South Dakota to central Texas, an area particularly vulnerable to tornadoes. Supreme Court Associate Justice Antonio Carpio says the Philippines would likely appeal to world opinion as its last recourse against China's claim in the South China Sea. In January, the Philippines elevated the territorial dispute to the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. Carpio says China may use its naval power and its permanent membership in the UN Security Council to enforce its claim. He adds, the Philippines does not have the naval might to compel China to comply with any decision of the arbitral tribunal. The Philippines rejects China's 9-dash line, saying it's an excessive declaration of maritime space in violation of international law. Foreign Affairs spokesman Raul Hernandez says around 30 Chinese fishing vessels are seen for more than a week at Ayungin Shoal, part of the Kalayaan Island group off Palawan. Hernandez says the DFA filed a protest with the Chinese embassy in Manila on May 10th over the, quote, provocative and illegal presence of the Chinese government ships, 2 China marine surveillance ships, and 1 warship. The incident is the latest in tensions between the 2 countries over competing territorial claims to parts of the South China Sea. Senator Frank Drilon wants the Commission on Elections and the Department of Foreign Affairs to explain the low turnout of overseas absentee voters. In a statement, the campaign manager of Team Pinoy says, quote, I again deplore the dismal implementation of the absentee voting law in the just concluded midterm elections. Drilon says only 15.35% of registered overseas voters actually cast their vote, less than the 26% turnout in the 2010 presidential elections. In April, COMELEC predicted 60% of overseas voters would participate in the polls. COMELEC received 105 million pesos from the 2013 national budget, while the DFA received 43 million pesos to implement the absentee voting law. The turnout of only 113,209 overseas Filipinos means each absentee vote costs 1,310 pesos. Drilon adds, this is outrageous. I wonder how the COMELEC and the DFA can justify these numbers. 9 candidates for senator in the 2013 polls win in their home provinces and cities, with 4 making it to the top 12 in the national count. 11 candidates fail to capture the top spot in their home provinces and cities. 4 bets lose the top spot in the bailiwicks to Senate race frontrunner Grace Poe, Lauren Legarda, JV Ejercito, Bam Aquino, and Nancy Binay. Newly re-elected Senator Chis Escudero replaces Senator Sonny Trillanes as the country's poorest senator. Based on a statement of assets and liabilities, Escudero's net worth in 2012 is 4.02 million pesos, down from the 9.86 million pesos reported in 2011. Businessman Senator Manny Villar remains the richest senator with a net worth of 1.45 billion pesos in 2012, an increase from his 2011 net worth of 854 million pesos. The Constitution requires public officials to file SAL-Ns within 30 days after assumption of office. Well, let's now look at Rappler's Wrap for today, a list of the 10 most important events around the world you shouldn't miss. At number 2, Chinese state media says North Korea releases 16 Chinese fishermen following reports armed attackers took the sailors hostage. While no details about the incident were provided, the vessel's owner says armed North Koreans seized the boat in waters between the two countries on May 6 and demanded 600,000 yuan, or about $98,000, for the men's release. The incident is the latest to strain the relationship between China and North Korea. At number 5, a British climber who made the first video call from the top of Mount Everest is now in a fight with the Nepalese government over the, quote, illegal call. Daniel Hughes scaled the highest mountain Monday and called the BBC via a satellite phone. But Nepal's tourism ministry says Mr. Hughes has broken the law by not seeking permission from the communication ministry. It's unclear what the Nepalese government intends to do when Hughes returns to base camp. And at number 9, diagnosing leukemia? There's a computer algorithm for that. Tech news website Mashable says 18-year-old whiz kid Brittany Wenger from Florida taught a computer to diagnose mixed lineage leukemia, or MLL, by building a cloud-based artificial neural network. Prognosis for MLL is poor, with a 5-year survival rate hitting only 40%. This isn't Wenger's first science breakthrough. She also developed technology that could diagnose breast cancer. For the full top 10, visit Rappler.com's The Wrap. Will Yahoo ruin Tumblr? A number of Tumblr users seem to think so a day after search engine giant Yahoo says it's acquiring the popular blogging platform. Some Tumblr users are wary of the deal, voicing their opinion in typical Tumblr humor like this one, showing a Yahoo aircraft crashing onto Tumblr buildings, or this gif of a man coming home to find his house burning, and this user who punches his monitor after seeing the Tumblr page turn purple. Every story on Rappler has a mood meter which gives you 8 emotions to choose from. Click how you feel and your vote comes down to the mood navigator in the middle of the front page. That crowdsources the mood of the day. It also gives you the top 10 stories with the most votes on their mood meter. If you take a look today, these 10 stories affected the way our readers felt. It is a purple day, most of it still having to do with elections. And if you take a look, Nancy Binay dominates Rappler's headlines. Nancy Binay, Dad is Coke Light, I'm Coke Zero. You have 67% annoyed, 15% happy, 5% angry, 3% don't care, 3% amused, 3% inspired, and 2% afraid, and 2% sad. What an interesting mood meter. And the story that's gotten the most number of votes on the mood meter, it is hashtag PH Vote with Nancy Binay, a whopping 55% annoyed, and again a range of emotions, every single emotion touched. Nancy Binay seems to pull up emotions. Today, most people are annoyed. Today, that's Rappler's Newscast, Tuesday, May 21, 2013. Visit Rappler.com and watch our newscast Monday to Friday. Tell us how you feel on our mood meter and help us crowdsource the mood of the day. I'm Maria Ressa. As we say at Rappler, tomorrow begins today. We leave you with these images from Twitter of the Oklahoma Twister.